Vocalist.
Sorry, cut that out. Cut that out.
And then what I do is you don't have to hassle yourself. Just call Imad,
Thanks, bro.
or you just let me know I called Imad.
Don't do drugs, guys. Get into legend. Alrighty, we're back to another episode of the TikTok podcast. I think episode 6 of season 2 of our TikTok podcast. Joined by our ever faithful Ali Hussein and Zidni Farid.
Bro, it's Ali, bro, not Ali Hussein. Come on, get my name right at
Okay,
least.
sorry, Ali something.
Ali Akbar Ali, dude.
Ali Akbar, Ali Hussein. But just call me Ali, bro.
Okay,
That's easier.
sorry, Ali. We start with Ali and Zidni Farid.
Oh, you got it right.
Yeah, thanks for being back again. Episode 6, happy to be back. Excited to be back. I think it's been a month since we last recorded the last one at Zidni's house, which wasn't that great.
No, you all messed up with the audio.
But welcome back.
And
And it
also
was
you all
in the
were in a
night as
bad
well, bro.
mood.
Yeah.
Can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that again. But yeah,
Let's
we
try
keep,
it once
again.
more.
So the whole point is we are new to this. None of us are podcasters. We're trying different things. Even today, we're in a new location, trying out different locations and different sound setups and stuff like that, till we can nail it perfectly soon, hopefully. But yeah, welcome back to the show, guys. How things been? How you guys been? What's new?
Siti, go for it.
There's a lot of things new. Busy as a bee.
Yeah, Sydney's taken time off from his work to be here today on a Tuesday morning.
Yeah. I had to cancel a personal thing to come for this.
Yeah.
Dedication.
Thanks,
Macha.
Masa.
Man, no?
Dedication, yeah.
Of course, we didn't do any of those, no?
Yeah, no, Ali has nothing else to do.
Yeah,
He's
nothing
jobless.
else
He's
to
nothing
do.
to do
I'm
with his life.
jobless. I just show up whenever you call. No?
Yeah, right.
Being
The
sarcastic.
day was set today because of you, Macha.
No, of course, I know. I was being
Ali is a busy
sarcastic.
bee now. Masa is flying all over the world. He's got big assignments everywhere. You know, so it's difficult to catch him now. So we got to do it whenever we can.
Bro, I always make sure there's time for the podcast. But I love being here and I love talking to you guys. So,
Yeah.
of course.
මොනවද කියන්නේ අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ සද්ද දාන්න එපා.
So before we get on to today's episode, I want to sadly do a YouTube cliche, and we're trying to do a giveaway to try and get more engagement in and get more people watching the podcast and stuff like that. So we decided that for this podcast, we are going to give away 10 of our TWB accessories, watch stands.
With these two watches as well.
Without the watches. So this watch stand that we all know and love.
මට දීපා.
So we are going to give away 10, but the catch is how you get one of the 10. We're going to drop it somewhere in between the episode. So you've got to watch the entire one, and then whenever we give the details of how you can win one of them, you will find out, then you can try and winning. So stay tuned for that.
You
And
do know that in YouTube, people are just going to mark it exactly where the giveaway is going to be at.
yeah, once I'm only giving away 10. So if somebody can go through the effort of doing that, then kudos to you. You can have all 10 as well. But no, we're not going to do that. But yes, that's going to happen. Again, it's a cliche that I'm not the biggest fan of, but just for the lols to try and get some engagement and try and get a little bit more people involved in the podcast, we shall try that and see. So, shall we get on with the episode, gentlemen?
Let's
Are we
go.
ready?
Let's go, let's go.
So again, for another change, let's start off because we usually do like a fun segment in each episode, right? So let's start off, sorry, this episode with the fun segment, and then move on to the more serious topics of discussion.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've come up with this. Would you rather watch edition game?
Okay.
Would you rather?
Yeah. So I
like
will.
that Tinder shit, like we did before.
So I will.
Oops, sorry. Okay.
I will ask the question. I think I know the answers to most of these, but obviously we will then Ali and Zidni can answer alternatively. Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. First one. Would you rather wear a fake Rolex for a year or no watch at all for 3 years?
Bro, like 2 watches for 3 years, man.
Zidni?
It depends on the, it
actually
depends,
very,
it
very
depends
good
on
this
the fake. If it's
don't
like a
really?
super clone,
You will wear that?
no, I wouldn't anymore.
Then why did you?
But I
even
did
decide?
at one point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your answer to the question, Mata? It's a simple game.
Right
man.
now, I wouldn't.
Okay, so you won't, right? So no watch for 3 years then.
No watch for 3 years is how I'm living life
Thank you.
now.
Okay. Next question. Would you rather wear a smartwatch that can't tell the time or a luxury watch with no battery or one that doesn't run?
I'll wear the luxury watch without.
I'll wear
that
the
is-
smartwatch.
If I had the option of neither, I'll do neither. But there is no option of neither.
Yeah, it's this or that.
Yeah.
I'll go with the smartwatch, bro.
Also, this is also pretty simple, I think.
But
Would you?
is it a smart watch if it doesn't tell time?
So I'm assuming the reason he put it up is because it probably does everything else but tell the time.
It's not a
So
watch.
basically, like my book then.
Gear.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you rather drop your watch in the ocean or scratch the crystal against a wall?
What? Will I be able to go pick the watch up
I
from
don't know.
back from the ocean?
I'm also not sure of that. Deluca, can he? Yeah, you can.
Okay, so then definitely.
What if the watch is not waterproof?
Huh?
What if the watch is not waterproof?
Still, it's an experience, bro, with the watch.
Yeah, like
True.
yeah.
Of course.
Diving,
You
finding
dived
it.
and you went and found the watch. How often do you actually find a watch when you drop it in the ocean at the bottom of the sea? Not many, man.
Okay, so I guess you guys are going with the first. For this thing, I'd rather go with the second because I can just replace the crystal much easier than have to go.
Yeah, adventurous.
We
no?
were-
Yeah,
yeah,
fun
of
people.
course.
Too boring, that buggy.
What has happened to this bugger?
What happened to you, man?
Would you rather be okay? Next question. Question number 4. Would you rather be gifted a Seiko 5 or save up for a Rolex yourself? I think again pretty self-explanatory.
Say that again.
Would you rather be gifted a Seiko 5 or save up for a Rolex yourself?
Oh, I'll save up for
Save up for a Rolex,
Oh,
but
you also?
yeah, because it's a Seiko 5.
Would you love Seiko 5?
I like Seiko, right? If it was a Prospex or like a King Seiko or a
Thanks,
Grand
Sydney.
Seiko,
It's a one-liner question answer.
okay,
Thanks.
okay, whatever.
Last question. I think this is the best one. Would you rather wear a tiny 30mm watch forever or a huge 50mm one?
30.
easy, bro. 30.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's after you lost your weight. Masan. Before, you would have much rather worn a 50 than a 30.
Yeah, of course.
You've
things
never worn
change.
anything less than a 40 your entire life.
No, I won a 36.
Which one?
I had the Tiffany dial for a bit.
No, you just borrowed that for a few days.
Yeah, but I still, I mean, I wanted to try it out, so I wore it, no?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but not the 50 milli. 50 millimeter is just
Bro, 36, you can like,
Not 36, huh? 30
30,
millimeter. 30 or 50.
30 or 50.
Yeah.
I'll still go with the 30 because I can, like put bracelets and make my hand look nicer rather than
50.
a
I
50.
mean, 50 would be really large.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
a
that's
massive
the
watch.
deep sea challenger size 50mm, and that's not a
That's
Apple watch.
big.
You know, I didn't even like the Sky Dweller, right? Because those were like 43s,
42.
42s, yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit top heavy, but yeah. Alrighty, thank you for that. Did anybody enjoy that game?
That was a very short game, anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it was
mean,
nice.
I only get
Good
30.
questions.
Yeah, good job, Diluka.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let us move on to the first topic of discussion. This again, this continues on from a discussion we had at the last episode of what we think watch collecting will look like in 10, 20, 30 years. So this time, again, Diluka being Gen Z or whatever the generation is now,
Diluka, what generation are you? Gen Z.
their generation.
Let's not talk about our generation.
Yeah,
What do
so
I fall into? I didn't know
Arya,
that
you
it-
carry on, will you? You don't ask those questions to Sydney. The bugger will go on.
so the topic is
Go for it.
the topic is the future collector. What will Gen Zs buy in 2040? So that is when they'll be, roughly your age, I guess. What today's 20-year-olds would wear in the next 10, 15-ish years. And with today's trends, going for thrifting and this and weird, sorry, not weird, not to offend anyone, but like there are different ideologies. Do we think that in 10, 15, 20 years, these Gen Zs of today would be interested in wearing luxury watches?
Yes, always.
Take it, like if you look at how the young kids of today are, looking at the world, they actually look at it in a very different way.
Okay.
Like saving the planet, which I also agree with, but like it's a completely different like ideology now. If you know what, I'm not sure if you'll have interacted with these current generation of
I
like,
have.
kids.
Mini.
Yeah, and like their way of thinking is completely different. It's not the fact that if they have money, definitely they'll have luxury watch. But like the idea of collecting and being tied down to a material piece of like jewelry and stuff, I feel like it's not something that they really look forward to at the moment? I mean, I'll put it to you guys since you all want to do the talking.
Zini, why don't you first give your thoughts and I'll give mine?
Because I feel like, these are all adornments in the end, like jewelry. And jewelry has been there ever since long time. Have you seen that Anunnaki picture? Uh, there's a sculpture of an Anunnaki. He has something like a watch on
Who's
his wrist.
Anunnaki, bro?
Anunnaki is prehistoric Sri Lankans, right? The first.
No. It's like they put a picture of the Anunnaki thing here, right? I don't know much about the Anunnakis, but they are like this ancient being in murals and stuff. They also had something like that. If you go and check the Mayan pictures, right? Murals, you'll find them wearing gold jewelry and stuff. So jewelry right now, watches are for men. Majority of the men, the only jewelry that they wear. Right? What do you think?
Well, for me, I think honestly, bro, like it's another 15 years, right?
Yeah.
And if you even think about 50 years back, watches have been like a statement piece forever. I mean, it has never changed. It's always been something that, like, watches is something that you wear like for everyday thing. And you, of course, I know things change, ideologies change, all of those change, but I still feel the watch is still that one piece of jewelry that men has been wearing for ages and ages.
Yeah.
And even and honestly, I think nowadays the trend is actually moving towards what the vintage was, like how people used to dress in the past and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's also true.
I also feel like a lot of people will be more than just luxury watches. They would mod their own watches because modding right now is a big
Definitely,
thing.
yeah, modding, and it's not about even about the more expensive watches.
Yeah,
Pacha. It's
yeah,
about having a nice watch. That's it. It's not about, oh, I just need to own a Rolex. It will be like, no, it's not, I don't want a Rolex. I'll rather get something else. So people that I've interacted with, man, some of these guys have so much knowledge
Yeah,
about
Maybe
watches
they
and stuff.
won't like 20 years later. Maybe they won't be guys like us that now watch collectors and that want 2, 3, 5, 10 watches. Maybe they'll just have one watch that they wear.
it
And
depends on the person, Imad.
I think it will depend
There
on
are
the person, bro.
because there are some people who would like to still collect, and then there will be one or two chaps who just stick to one watch.
Question of
But
collecting. Why did you collect when you were young? Like, what was one of your hobbies to collect? Like, I used to collect stamps, right?
nothing. I didn't.
I used to collect watches, bro.
You used to collect, okay.
Yeah.
I used to have I've said the story a million times. I used to have like Timex digital watches, but I only had one at a time. I wasn't really able to collect as such.
I had a small collection and I didn't know what I was doing.
So for me, much I mean, I started collecting stamps, and eventually you kind of grow out of it. Then I just moved into watches and other stuff.
But I do have a feeling that have you seen these pateks where artisans work on it? Like they engrave details on it, like art on
A
it.
lot of brands.
Yeah,
Yeah, but those watches don't hold value, ne?
They do, but they're more art pieces, so they're high
Yeah.
value pieces that again you don't see trading on like the general market as such.
Yeah, I feel like
it's like a
people
one-off
will-
piece, much.
Yeah, so people will get into one-off pieces more, and like there will be artisans who will like bling it out in a nice way, and they would go for those rather than going for the base model of the catalog.
Tough to say, bro.
I have a feeling.
It's tough for me. I feel that still the established brands will do what they are doing, and people will just gravitate towards.
Yeah, you'll get the sheep who stick to the base models, and then you'll get the shepherds who go and do what they want to do with the watch.
Yeah, so another part of that question, what will they care about heritage brands? I feel like, for example, if you take Rolex for the next 100 years, Rolex is going to be king. Everyone is going to want a Rolex at the end of the day. No matter what generation you're from, you're wearing a Rolex right now.
Interesting question on that.
but-
Let me throw a question at you, Iman. So of course we're talking about heritage brands like Rolex. In this another 15 years, where do you think Richard Mille will be? Do you think it will be a more heritage brand? Do you think it will still
No,
hold
it's gonna
value or
die
what?
out.
Do you think it's gonna
I'm
die?
gonna die now.
I think Richard Mille will be where it is. I don't think anything will change the popularity of them. You can't say where the markets will go in terms of like market value and stuff like that. But they will be a much more established brand. But at the moment also Richard Mille is roughly a 25-year-old company.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in 15 years, they're only going to be a 40-year-old company. So it's not going to change, it's not going to move the needle so substantially that their positioning as a heritage or a new era brand really changes as such.
No, agreed. No, I mean, what I meant to say is that do you think it's going to still have that same appeal as it's having
Macha,
now?
The hype.
it's only
The hype and the
increasing now.
appeal?
Like we discussed, like I keep discussing, independent watchmaking is currently the biggest deal in watch
I
industry.
agree. Like MBNF.
Macha, FP John's, do you know that an FP John Elegant is now $100,000 watch?
No, of course, man. FB John is a different story.
It's the same.
But I think FB John actually controls the amount of watches they make. Richard Mille does too, but like
They make 1,000 watches a year.
no, true, bro. But the thing is, when you look at someone like Richard Mille, there are so many different variations of models. I mean, if you ask anyone, okay, tell me a few models, they will say, oh, we know the Baba Watsons, or the Raffinatos, or a few of them. But with FB Johns, there are so many few models that anyone would know, like the ones you said, the Elegant.
Okay, how
there are a
many
few.
FP John models do you know? Let me throw the question back at you. Because trust me, there are a lot more than we also don't know of.
No, so again, the thing is the Elegant is one, then there's another one, which is like the dark,
chronometer blue.
the blue, right?
Yeah.
But which are the more popular ones?
The two most popular ones.
Plus,
but there are
then they
still
have a
10
few.
more.
Yeah, of course, that's it. So they have a line which is about only 10 watches, whereas with Richard Mille,
That
they
is
have a
true.
lot more, and they make watches for different celebrities. I mean, I'm not saying those are bad watches, but
Yeah.
then they use special materials and all of that. Whereas FP John doesn't do that, right? They stick to the precious metal or whatever and make a few watches.
Two different ways of marketing.
Exactly. So two same, they're in the same space, I would say, but just two different approaches to how they handle it. Because I would, again, I don't know how many pieces Jean produces in a year, but I would like to think it's very similar to what Richard Mille does. And yes, Richard Mille does have a lot of models, like different iterations, different collaborations, and all of that. That has been their main marketing this thing since they started,
But
right?
for me, much I feel with Richard Mille especially, right? Again, I don't know, I don't have crystal ball, I don't know what the future holds. But you know the classic look of the watch, which is the either the round design or whatever. These guys have such a different design of watches, right?
Yeah,
Richard.
the tonal shape,
Who
yeah.
knows if that's going to hold? Because it's sometimes a little bit thicker, bulkier watch too.
The new ones aren't actually.
Okay.
So now
Yeah,
you're
the new
talking
ones are
about
quite
ones that like the 5s, the 10s, the 11s, right? In the last 3 years, they've moved to now the 67 line, which is the ultra thin.
But again, Macha, the thing is, how do those watches go with someone wearing a smart suit? You won't see a lot of people actually rocking one of those with a smart suit.
No, you do.
You do actually.
I've not seen
Again,
it, though.
Madan, that is how
No,
fashion
you
has
have a
changed
lot.
now, right?
Yeah, fashion changes.
Tell me one person who's actually worn a Richard Mille
Shall
in
I
a
tell you
suit.
now?
Put a picture here.
One of the
Dandaga,
most
I wanna
prominent
see.
people now, Kevin O'Leary, Macha.
Yeah.
With his tuxedo, he wears a Richard Mille
Bro,
60s.
really, let's not talk about Kevin
Macha-
O'Leary who wears bloody 2 watches in their wrist.
Okay, I'm not his biggest fan.
Joke.
Bloody joke guy, but
He's a
that's bloody
joker,
2
correct.
watches, man.
But
And read
he's-
everything. Like, what the hell is
Read
that?
everything, I get it.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't
read
get
everything,
He's
that.
I
at
get
the
it. That's
moment
his
Macha, one
signature
of the
move,
most
but 2
prominent.
watches and
But he's still a very prominent figure in the watch world now.
yeah,
There's no denying that.
he's-
No, he is, bro. But I think ultimately, for as far as I know, he's a great businessman, and he's trying to create a whole celebrity status behind it.
Yeah.
Right. And again, he is popular. He's really kind of thrived during the social media era of showing all the watches. I think there was a point before where his collection made sense. Like, I mean, at the
Yeah,
initial stages. Now, when you look at it, you kind of do understand he's buying into the hype. I mean, he's really
Yeah,
promoting Tudor and stuff
Yeah.
because I'm assuming he's getting some kind of, there's an endorsement coming through.
I know
Right.
you don't do that, but I feel like he's working with like.
Sorry. Maybe not you, but
I
yeah.
saw him working with the 1916 company on this, so I feel like that's a collaboration that.
There you go. Yeah. Not maybe Tudor, but some other company. So he's kind of jumping into the whole branding aspect of it, I think.
But then again, also, this watch thing is a wide. It's like a wormhole, no?
Yeah.
You get so many designs out there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
personal preference also. So,
Yeah, but again, I also don't know a lot of celebrities, so we'll get Diligo to put up like 3 here.
yeah.
People
big
wearing
guys,
Big
RL.
Richard
RL
Mille
and
wear-
a suit.
Yeah.
But
Let's
there
see
will be a
that.
lot of guys, Macha. Like I saw one guy at the French Open. I don't remember his name. Some celebrity's boyfriend wearing a 7201.
Celebrity boyfriend.
No.
No, like some celebrity's boyfriend, some like a famous person.
Harry,
Obviously, I don't know.
Harry.
I'm not very well versed in this world. He was wearing a 7201 with baguettes on it, and he was, if I'm not mistaken, wearing a suit. Like today,
No, I'm talking about a tux, not a suit. Meaning, I'm not talking about like a linen suit or something which is a little bit more smart casual.
Yeah.
I'm talking about someone rocking like
Like
a
a proper
tux.
suit, like a
Yeah.
three-piece
on
or
that
like
note, if I
Yes.
can quickly sidetrack, I think you can wear whatever you want with a suit and a tux.
Same.
But in the classic world of menswear,
Yeah.
with a tux, you're actually not supposed to wear anything. It's actually considered faux pas to even wear a watch with a tux because you're not supposed to check what time it is or track the time when you're in a tux and you're at one of those fancy events. Like actually Google it. If you go back to the 50s and 60s, if
Probably.
you were wearing a
Probably,
tux,
yes. Makes
it was
sense.
considered disrespectful to wear a watch and check your time.
No, makes sense.
Makes
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So-
So then
No,
So-
but I'm just saying. So
that's why I said three-piece suit.
like a three-piece suit, maybe. Yeah.
I can still see some people wearing because there are some which are like a 6701. I feel like you could wear with a suit, and
And also, but breaking the rule is also
Yeah,
fashion.
that's
Rock
like
and
what it is
roll,
now,
brava.
right?
Probably.
like if you can wear sneakers now with a suit, what's stopping you from wearing a sports watch?
Ah,
But I don't know, man. I mean, sometimes there are certain things like, especially with events and stuff, you make sure that when you're
this is
wearing
Ali and Ali's Papa talk.
not papa talk, bro. Like, I'm very classic in terms of that. Like,
I've
I'll
never seen you
never.
wear a
Classic
suit
guy.
in my life, bro.
No, but I mean, again, that's the thing. I don't come and meet you in a suit, bro. That's why. So when I wear a suit, I make sure that
Banga,
I
you
don't
didn't
wear
even wear a suit
sneakers.
to my wedding. Banga just came in a shirt and pants to my wedding.
No,
No,
that's
I didn't come. That was I
disrespectful,
wore the
brother.
the kurta, bro.
Yo, the Bora kid
I
man
won.
came. He didn't even wear he didn't even bother to wear a shirt, Matan.
But what are you talking about, bro? It was a bloody Memo
Okay, no, no.
wedding. What
Okay,
are you
wait.
expecting me
What
to
was the
wear?
watch you? What was the
Most
watch
of the
you
buggers
wore?
are wearing
What
kurtas,
was the
bro.
watch you wore, bro, for the wedding?
I can't remember. I think I was wearing the platy, no? Probably the platy.
platy.
Ah,
The
okay, then
platy.
shape. So be happy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm just
but-
saying I've never seen Ali in a suit. I've
Yeah,
actually
I was
never
wearing
seen
the
Ali in a
platy
suit.
for this thing, bro.
But I forgot what we were talking about actually.
We were talking about suits and
No,
And
actually we were
Richard
talking
Mille
about
and
yeah,
all.
we actually where we think I think yeah. So to come back, circling back to what Ali initially asked, I think RM will still be there. I think if the current trend of independent watchmaking and slightly avant-garde watchmaking or whatever it's called, like different kind of stuff, I think like RM will still be there, or probably be even more.
yeah. Now after having this discussion, I feel like RM might.
Yeah.
It might exist too. I'm
No,
saying.
I think it'll thrive even more, Matsang.
Okay.
No, but some models I feel like it'll like die off.
Like what?
Like those plasticky light ones.
Madan, that is their best sellers, no, bro.
Yeah, I know,
And
The
but
plasticky means like
No, that-
RM's plasticky ones. I don't think they make
the
any plastic.
NPPT ones.
Ah, the NPT, yeah. Those ones. TPT ones will stay. I
Yeah.
think.
And bro, from a product
But
standpoint,
no, the price will come down, bro. Because they're like hyped up way too much.
but the thing is, you're looking at them as plastic, but they're actually carbon composite cases,
I
which are very very difficult to make, and that is obviously what Army is known
hats
for.
off for RM for the stuff that they're doing though.
I
bro.
mean, the research and everything that goes in,
craftsmanship and
100%.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
next
Bro, did you
level.
see Nadal's latest 2705?
That's crazy, bro. That's a crazy piece.
That's so. So I think, yeah. So just to answer your question, I think RM will be where they are and probably just
Maybe
keep
it would.
growing.
It would again.
Yeah.
I mean, I do see the point. I mean, especially with what they are doing with all the research that goes in. Yeah,
And
I mean,
also with like like
and it's like at that next level, right? Like where people are just trying to achieve something. I mean, you go through the Rolexes and the Pateks and all, then it's that next level where people are trying to get something.
And also
Yeah.
now, like I feel like they've gotten like F1. Like again, I'm also not big into sports, but F1 has gained a lot of popularity in the last 5 years.
Yeah, man, because of a TV series.
Exactly, right? And now Richard Mille has always been in racing, but now Masang, you see with the F1 movie that came out, Masang, I'm seeing more about IWC in the last 2 months than I've seen in the last 5 years, because obviously IWC sponsors Mercedes and they are one of the teams in the F1 movie. There are podcasts with people from IWC, from people from Mercedes, all of these drivers wearing like really one-off IWC pieces that you don't even see. They made special pieces for the movie.
I always loved IWC. I don't know why.
IWC has been
Yeah,
solid.
it's a classy watch.
So, given how much prominence like racing, like motorsport racing and sports is getting, Richard Mille kills it in the sports space, right? So
Yeah.
if F1 is getting so much this thing and sports is getting more and more popular, you're just going to see these brands doing well.
But Macha, you know that Rolex used to be one of the main sponsors of F1 until last year, and only this year I think it's Louis
But
Vuitton or something.
no, it's
No,
LVMH,
it's
so tag is back.
Yeah,
Is back. They used to be in
yeah.
Yeah.
Tagore.
But Rolex used to be one of the main sponsors, and
Yeah,
they
but did
moved
you
out
ever
this
see
year.
anybody in the pit wearing a Rolex? You never did. You always saw everybody wearing Charmin. The minute Hamilton signed with Ferrari, you were seen the next month wearing a Richard Mille.
Because Ferrari is sponsored by Richard
Same
Mille.
team, yeah.
Yeah, same team. Yeah, yeah.
But now, like, can you see how big a hit
But
that
but
would
he
have
used to do the same thing, right? When he was at Mercedes, he used to always rock an
Yeah,
IWC.
no, but what I'm
Even
saying,
Toto, the guy who was the team
Yeah.
principal, used to rock that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But now that's what it's, somebody like Hamilton, like, I feel like that the crowd that used to follow him liked IWC, right? Now those same guys are seeing him wearing a 6702 or wearing a 7201, like they made a new 7201 for Lando Norris and for Ferrari. Like they made a
But
new
bro,
model
look at the
for.
price points of an IWC to a Richard Mille.
No, but what I'm saying is it
You
is
think
again bringing in so many people to it, right?
It
Like
does,
the
Macha.
hype around like F1 and racing has become so, like, I don't care about F1, but I'm going to watch the F1 movie and I'm going to spot all the watches that are there, right? So
Yeah.
just the,
I'm not even gonna watch the movie.
but the
Why?
popularity is just
It
going up.
is- I don't like
So
it
when a
it's
brand does
overhyped.
so,
That's why I don't
Bro,
like
let's move on
RMs.
from this. Let's move on from this.
I think Luca is like dying in his seat, man, when you're sitting on F1. He very big fan.
Bro, F1
Not
is
just him,
bro,
bro.
these
There's a lot
guys
of
who
people
drive
who-
that car, I mean, they are
It's not
technically like
easy.
athletes, man.
Yeah,
They are not technically, they are athletes.
Sorry, they are
It's not
athletes.
easy.
Man.
It's not easy.
The
Taking
talent
a
to
turn
drive
at
that-
100 plus turns, like curves. Think that's easy?
Driving at what, 300 kilometers an hour, man? Like,
Suddenly we
that's
became
crazy.
an F1 podcast. Oh, watch
Okay,
podcast.
Watches, guys. But
All
get
right,
back to the
thank you.
watches.
Next topic that we would like to talk about, a few things that we missed last time. I think few good ones again for me to put to Ali so that Zidni doesn't come up with too many controversial these things. But let's go with the less controversial one first. This is a
Yeah, let's
question.
start. Let Zinni actually
That's the
talk.
question
After.
that I could
I'll
answer,
make
but I
it
want to get your
controversial.
views first. What is the most popular / desired watch in Sri Lanka, in your guys' opinion?
Zinni, go for it.
Me?
The most
Rollies.
popular watch.
Yeah.
It can be anything.
Which model I would say? What do you think is the best seller in Sri Lanka?
Luxury or like
Yes.
luxury?
So luxury watches, no?
Oh yeah, okay, fine. I would say the most sought after watch. Everyone likes getting their hand on a sub, bro. Majority, no?
Okay. Ali?
Machang, for me, I would say the Blue Dial Datejust on Jubilee.
Yeah.
I like now
Am I
it's a
right?
little, yeah.
Fluted.
I mean, partially. You can't, like, now you can't because there are so many options. But the Date Just by far is the most popular watch
And the Blue Dial.
in Sri Lanka. Blue Dial, but Green Dial also now.
Now, yeah, but most
Yeah. But it
used to be
depends
the
on
Blue
who is
Dial.
buying it. But Jubilee Date Just 41, either Smooth or either Jubilee, is definitely the most popular watch in Sri Lanka.
Sub, yeah, nah, bro. Lanka, they love the
Subs.
yeah.
Sub is
My
third. It's
clients
Date
are usually
Just.
when they come, they
And
it's like, oh, I
GMTs
want to get a
after.
sob.
GMT Batman
That's what they
or
say.
Batgirl.
Yeah. Yes, Date Just,
And
GMT, and
yeah,
Sub.
yeah,
And
GMT,
then
the
Daytonas.
Pepsi.
No, the
Pepsi is
Batgirl.
also out now. Matsang. I haven't
Now?
sold a Pepsi in the last 6 months.
Pepsi, and they love the Batgirl.
I don't like
Bruce
the
Wayne is
GMTs
going to
anyways.
get a bit of hype afterwards.
Yeah.
Huh?
Bruce
Wayne
Wayne
is
is
super
going to
hyped.
That's a nice
yeah,
watch.
slowly
That's a
it's going to get some hype, but
Yeah.
it's Datejust, Batgirl, Batman, Bruce Wayne, maybe then the sub. I should become a watch dealer, I think now.
You can, Matsang. You need a job.
Dandale. Mana but you're right.
Yeah.
The fluted or the smooth. one.
On the Smooth also, because for our
Smooth? No, bro.
for our Thambi buddies, for our Hajiars, Smooth.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
In the
it's not in
watch-
platinum.
Silicon is shaking his head there when you say that.
Because the bezel is not.
It's steel. It's not gold, no. So no disrespect, we call it either the Marple watch because it's gifted for weddings,
Yeah.
or the
Half watch.
or the
But it's
hard.
not touching the skin,
Yeah,
though,
it's not
bro.
touching the
Different
skin.
people
But
have different
still,
views.
y'all can wear it, right?
Okay, let's not go there. You know
Yeah,
what?
please.
What are you wearing? You're wearing gold, no,
I
bro?
love gold, bro. I love gold. I feel like everyone should wear gold. It's one of my favorite materials out there.
Hi, bro. Carry on.
Okay, next this thing. So it's widely known today, right, that you can't buy a Rolex mostly or any desired watch over the counter at an AD. You'd think by now that everybody knows that you can't do that. But still to this day, you have people comparing retail price and market price, and a lot of people still don't understand the fact that you can't buy watches at retail. Even in today's market where it's not as hard as it used to be. What are your views on it? Why do you think it is so hard? And like, if somebody came up to you and asked you, saying that, "Oh, I want to buy a watch. Should I buy it from the gray market or should I buy it at retail?" What would your takes be on it?
A lot of people do ask me this question. What I tell them is yes, if you can go to the store and buy it off from the store, that should be your first option. But as soon as I say that, you can try doing that, is what I say. Because it's not easy. They made it hard. The numbers of watches that they produce is limited, right? And they try to sell it everywhere, and they need to maintain that exclusivity also. So if you can't, like, if you really want to go buy it from a store, you'll have to go to either America, Japan, or Australia.
I mean, anywhere.
And also, there is a procedure where you need to go and buy a tube. If you go to the store, you need to buy the low end model. You won't be able to buy the high end model like a part-timer. Some stores, not all stores, right? USA, you can, if I'm not mistaken. If you have the money, you can go and buy if the watch is available. So, going through that goose chase, it's easier to go to your local watch dealer and get it. Why go and bother yourself with all of that? You can, if you can get it under your name, that will be great. But you will have to put some effort in getting it. And then what I do is,
Agreed.
you don't have to hassle yourself. Just call Imad,
Thanks,
or
bro.
you just let me know I call Imad.
Ali, what's your take?
Machan, so my take is this. I mean, last couple of years during COVID, there has been a huge surge in demand in watches, firstly, right? Which has kind of died down.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel people who are actually really passionate about watches and who aren't. I mean, it could be both. And I think a lot of the people sometimes buy watches because of the hype as well,
Yeah.
which is to say, oh, I just want to buy a sub or some watch which is gained in popularity. So I think sometimes what the ADs have to do is they're trying to balance it. So again, I'm not saying that you know that they sometimes play fair, because clearly, I mean, of course, they need to treat the high-end consumers properly,
Yeah.
and people who are who just want to come first and want to get a watch which is highly desirable, then they have to balance that. So it's I mean, it's very tough. I agree with you, right? So yeah. So sorry, what was the question again?
Why is it so hard to buy? Is it still possible to buy a watch at
I think
retail
it's
over the
still
counter?
possible though. I mean, if you really show interest to an
Yeah.
AD saying that I really like watches and here are some of the watches I've owned and
Yeah.
know about it, I think ADs do support. Like it's
Yeah,
because
they
I think
can.
they're just trying to make sure that the watches just doesn't end up in secondary markets and so on.
Yeah, I mean, not entirely, but yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
but if you're
making
new
sure
to the
that
game, Ali,
they
if you are
high
new to
end
the game,
but
it is not easy to go buy a watch.
no much. So I mean, you can't
That
just
you
walk
can't go
in
and
and be
get like
like,
a Daytona or
no, but that's because clearly because Rolex doesn't produce that many Daytonas, right, in the first
Yes.
place. So of
Yeah.
course they are only going to give a Daytona to a real watch collector or someone who has a watch. So you can't just walk in and be like, oh, I just want to buy a Rolex Daytona.
Yeah.
You have to show, okay, right, I love watches. I'm going to buy something first.
But before I go on to give my answer for the question, let's quickly sort out how we're going to do the giveaway. So we are going to give away, like I said, 10 of our TW accessories watch stands. So what you've got to do is this. Obviously, you've got to watch the full episode. And then for the first 10 people that leave a comment with a suggestion, with a topic of choice, or in any way contribute for us to better the podcast, the first 10 people, we will reach out to you and we will just ship the watch stands to you. So the first 10 people that leave a productive comment, let's say, will get a stand for free. but you obviously have to be subscribed to the channel and obviously at least give us a like so that we can get an engagement. So yeah, so if you want one of our watch stands, that's how you do it. Hopefully good luck to the first 10 people that
You look
get it
remind
done.
me, huh? I want to be the first bagger.
Vidhi, you already have one.
No, I don't.
You have one. You
I
took
have
one.
things that I made.
No, you took one from me.
No, I never did.
Okay, I'll send you one. No problem.
At
Okay, the
all.
first one is going to Zidni, but there are 10 more for you guys. All right, so moving on, just to quickly answer that question, because I keep answering this like on a daily basis, and I feel like I have a bias since I'm a gray market dealer. But I always tell people, if you can get a watch that you want at retail, then definitely go for
Kudos.
it. But I just personally, I'm not a big fan of I read it or I heard it somewhere, another dealer talking. The difference between a gray market dealer and an AD is that from an AD you buy what they give you, from a gray market dealer or from the open market you buy what you want. And I am a very very big believer in spending your money on what you want,
Yeah.
rather than having to buy what you are told, because it's
Exactly.
not small money, it's hard earned money.
Yeah.
And it's a large sum of money. So
So what do you have to say about that, Ali?
Again, as I said, I have a very different perspective though. So,
Yeah.
agreed, I 100% agree with you. That's why I said, right?
Yeah.
Someone wants a Daytona Panda,
but not
right?
even that now. If you want, but
But
for
bro,
example,
that's
no, like
who's
today,
gonna
Mas-
just stick to a Daytona Panda?
No, forget about
not
a
only that,
Daytona.
not today,
Let's
Masang, if
look
you
at
tell
a
me,
sub.
Any watch, who's gonna stick to just one watch?
no, even if you have
No, bro.
10,
Some people just have just one watch. They just want one watch. That's it. This is the only watch I want.
I've never come across people
No,
like
but there
that.
are also people, I'll tell you, who say, I just want to buy a brand new piece. I want to be the guy who just walks into an AD and I want to buy the watch.
Yeah.
I want to
Under
remove the
the
stickers.
name, yeah. You
All
want
of
to
that.
have your name on the card, then go.
Now
to
they don't
the
even have names of the card
Yeah,
I
anymore.
no,
know.
but
No
for
longer
example,
anymore,
let's
yeah.
say you are a guy that has a very good reputation with his AD, right?
Hmm.
But today in the morning you woke up and you're like, I want a sub, right? You can't just walk into, even if if you're the number one VIP client of this AD, you can't walk in and be like, yo, Machan, sub begat deepa.
Definitely you can. Depends on the spend history, the relationship
No,
you have.
Machan, they have to have availability.
Yeah.
No, but exactly. And you have to understand, Machan, this is a luxury product, and the reason people want something is because the unattainability of it.
Yeah.
So even for so the question is, I could be wrong, but think about Ferraris and stuff. You just can't walk in and say, I want to buy a Ferrari, right?
Yeah, true. But
Even Rolls Royce, I think it's the same thing.
yeah, yeah. No,
So
I
there is
agree.
a bit of is a waiting game because I mean these items are just not given out openly.
From the
Think about, I mean, we had this
ADs.
discussion about Omega, right? But the reason, I mean, it's
Yeah.
a superior product and still it doesn't have the
No, that's what I mean,
desirability is because of
100%.
that.
But it's, if one place doesn't have, Masana, for example, even if you take Louis Vuitton and stuff like that, right? There are certain products of theirs, or even any of the luxury brands, you go to one store and they might not have it. But there are people that go to different stores looking for certain products. Right? You can go to different store and look for what you want exactly, or go to the gray market. But if you walk into an AD and be like, yo, I'm looking for a sub, and they're like, oh yeah, you gotta wait 2 years, or we gotta check when it's gonna come, or we don't know if we can get you one, and or you can buy this, or you cannot get a watch at all. Would you rather just have the option of getting what you want, or like only go like
Or
what I
wait
No,
mean
for
but
is
but
it's
okay,
a limited.
no, but that's the reason, Imad. So you understand that's the reason a watch, right? Like a sub is actually sold above retail, whereas when you walk into a Louis Vuitton store, which is so easily available, and you want to sell it again, it's actually sold less than the retail
That's
price.
actually a good point though.
It's not that it's available plenty
Yeah.
and it's sold at a higher price. Think about a Birkin bag, Hermes. Why is there such a huge demand for it? Because they just don't give those things out easily, man.
Yeah, but again,
It's the
would you
same thing
rather
like
buy a
Rolex.
Birkin
Yeah, and
at
that's
Hermes,
why
or would you
Rolex
just
is Rolex.
would you rather buy a Birkin at Hermes, or would you buy it on the grey market?
If the Birkin was available at retail, of course people buy that as investments, man, because it's sold above retail.
Yeah,
Straight after.
Straight
I
after.
mean, but the same as a Rolex, right? At the end of the day.
Exactly, that's what I'm
Some
saying.
Rolexes don't hold value,
Yeah,
bro.
Birkin.
But a
I'm sure
Birkin
there are
always
some
does.
that don't.
It's made out of leather.
No, so we are talking about watches that are, and that's why I'm saying, for example, if someone walks into a Rolex store and says, look, I want to buy a watch which is sometimes sold under retail, like the Sky Dweller Oyster Flexes, which is happening now. You think the ADs won't give it? They are.
No, Macha, you're misunderstanding me. I'm not saying they won't want to sell it to you, but ADs get a shipment of watches once, at the most once a month or once in 3 months.
Okay.
So if you go into your AD and okay, you want to watch that sold below retail, if you want to buy this Sky Dweller, and if they don't have it, they can't just pick it up from another store and give it to you. You have to wait either 3 or 6 months to get it.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with
But
any
then again,
items which is highly
but he
desirable,
mentioned
bro.
the relationship that you have with
Yeah,
the AD
that's also
will allow
there.
you to get, as soon as they get the shipment, the first call will be.
Yeah, but you still have to wait, no, Macha.
Not
So
everyone
what?
gets that privilege.
Yeah, so exactly. So you've got to build that relationship and still after that wait.
Yeah,
So even
sometimes.
even if you want to buy certain expensive products, in anything for that matter, it's the same thing. You're not just walking in and buying it. Anything that is easily available, right? Even it could be luxury items, right? Because it's easily available. Once you buy it, you're selling it under the retail price, or it loses its value, right? But anything that is so hard to attain, right? Again, it has a higher market value compared to
Yeah,
the
that's how
price.
demand supply.
Exactly,
So I
man.
feel like it's like a who came first, the chicken or the egg? Because
No, no,
on
no,
the other hand, you're
no.
talking about availability in.
Machang, just because they are doing this, you are also
That's what I'm
profiting
saying.
from it.
It's not profiting, but in the sense that I'm able
You are
to.
in a way you are
Yeah, I mean
profiting.
that
That's
is
the
my.
reason you have a
Yeah,
business.
exactly. That is my. But what I
Yeah.
mean is that on the other hand, like
Yeah.
you're saying that for the product not being available at retail
Yeah.
is the reason for the demand.
Yeah.
But if you look at the secondary market, you get the same kind of clientele that will buy it from the secondary market because they're so wealthy that they don't have to wait. There is a segment of people that do that as well. That yeah, this is $1 million watch. It's fine. I'll buy it for $10 million. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just as an example.
No, I think that's the reason, right? So because for them they want it right then and
Yeah.
yeah,
So that
right?
is that's what I
Yeah,
mean. So that's
exactly.
a it's
It's
a
a
who
circle,
came
man.
first, chicken
Yeah,
or the egg kind of a situation where there's a
and
different
sometimes
segment
yeah.
It's
for
something to
buying
do
at
with
retail.
the amount of money you got in your pocket, brother.
I mean, it always comes
But
down to
I'm
that.
pretty
That's
sure the guy you like you said who's willing to pay 1 million or whatever or 10 million, he probably also has a relationship with the AD, right?
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
He has
for
a
sure.
relationship with the AD, but he doesn't want to wait 6 months. He's
Yeah,
like, I
and
want
he'll
it, I
never
want it
go
now.
to the AD wearing a watch like this also.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I
Because
didn't understand what he meant.
no, he wouldn't wear a grey market watch and go to the AD, right?
No, if you're at that level, if you're talking millions of dollars level, I don't think the AD can
I
even tell
think
you
the
what
AD
to
doesn't
wear.
care exactly.
Okay, so we've been getting the signal to wrap up, but before we do, a question that we got asked a few times is who is Zidni and what does he do and how did he get into what he does? So,
You all
Masan,
asked that question.
you're getting
Make sure that you keep it to max one.
maximum 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do my level best.
Children friendly and appropriate. And your
That's gonna be
time
tough.
starts. Wait, we're gonna funny this thing.
Okay, what's the...
One second. We've got a chronograph here.
Oh, he has a... I have a
Is it running? Oh, no, it's not running. Tapparakilla.
Yeah, wahala.
Umba eka karanna yanda baba.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so we are going to time it on this AP Royal Oak reference 26331ST that is available in stock at the watchboutiquesl.com. All right, 3, 2, 1. Your timer starts.
Okay, ask the
now.
question
Zidni.
again.
Who is Zidni? What does he do? How did he get into becoming a leather artisan? That's not something you hear every day. People being a leather artisan.
Okay, a leather artisan. I'll tell you
Your
a
story basically
true story.
How did you
would
get into
be-
it?
How did I get
in
into
90
it?
seconds.
I used to be addicted to a lot of recreational substances. I wanted to get out of that lifestyle. I did a beach cleanup for Christmas as a gift to God. The very same day I got dengue and I was bedridden for about 9 days. During that 9 days, 6 days I was all out, days I was up. Those 4 days I was just going through YouTube. And 6 and 4.
He's
Hari,
10.
continue.
Not 9.
Sorry, yeah. Okay, fine. 10-ish days, right?
Okay.
90 seconds වලින් මෙයා
Yeah,
ගන්න.
හරි කියන්නකෝ.
හරි කොහොම හරි කරලා මේ I came across a few videos. I was pretty good at geometry when I was in school. So as soon as I saw this video and how they made it, like in my mind, I just pictured me, drawing blocks and all of that. It just came up, measurements and all of that. And then I wanted to check it out. As soon as I recovered, within a week's time, I went to PETA, bought leather. I always did, like back in the day when I used to work for my father, I used to go and source electronic parts, and I knew where the leather shop was because even back in the day, I would just walk into the store just to check, and I didn't have money back in the day. I had a bit of cash, went, bought the leather, and just started making. The watch thing, I was into watches. People know me for my watch strap because of the quality and the build. So for the watch straps, for the build, back when I was young, I had a fake Patek. I was only about 12 or 13 years old. I'm a cyclist, so it came with a leather strap. And what happened was one day I was cycling really fast, and the watch strap came off, right? It was just pasted, and that watch was in pieces, and it broke my heart. So ever since then, I remembered that while I was doing my leather crafting thing, I initially wanted like a minimal wallet. This is what I wanted, the wallet. I wanted to make this, and wait, someone's calling me also. Then when it came to the watch straps, I had a Longines. The Longines was falling apart, the strap. I wanted to build a strap which would not fall off, would last with me for at least 10 years. And that was the goal. And that's still the goal. I don't want my clients coming for another strap in a short period of time. I've seen clients like I've been experiencing with a few leathers, but if I find that there's a fault in the leather, I'll replace the strap. I want to create a watch strap which would last as long as a watch. If I can make it out of leather and if it can stay for 20, 30, 40 or 100 years, like that'll bring me a lot of joy.
Is the time up?
No, because just to add to that, because there is a lot of misconception in, like, the leather world. Like, a lot of expensive brands will use cheap leather. I kind of knew it before I met Sydney, but after I met Sydney, he broke it down and showed me how, like, you wear Masan from like, not the most, but even if you take a long jeans, it'll say crocodile leather, but at the end of the day, it's just scarf with a crocodile stamp on it.
Boss.
But
Longines, they usually don't.
okay, but just say a lot of
yeah,
brands, but
majority
still
of the
good brands.
Yeah,
Like,
good
you
brands.
pay a few 100,000 rupees and you'll be like, oh, it's a crocodile leather.
It's
But
not.
and again, it's the same thing, that the awareness and the education is lacking. It's not a lot of people that really care about what the leather is.
And again, for me, I mean, I've done a few straps
Yeah,
from
exactly.
Sydney, and again, his work is like really good.
That's because I
Partly
was
thanks to
scarred, bro. I was scarred.
No, I mean,
Like my
again,
fake
he
Patek
knows
fell on the
and the
ground.
different
And I was like,
exotic
Yeah.
straps and all the he
that,
makes.
and
looks
I
really
love
good.
animals also. And Sydney was mainly created.
Yeah, so when did you
for,
start Sydney?
About 6 years ago.
Very subtle, just putting his name as the brand also.
Yeah, no,
Very
I
humble.
had like initially I was gonna use.
No, it's a
different
cool.
names.
I mean, again, it has a cool connotation as well,
Yeah,
right?
because
Sydney,
Zidni
yeah,
means
yeah,
increase me, right? When
There
I
you go.
give it to a client, I want them to grow. So that's why I use
The strap you made for that, I still remember that strap you made for that Tudor watch.
Yeah, Masan. I still miss that watch
That's
also.
a
All three of
sick.
us there's
Yeah,
stupid
that's
things
a
selling that watch.
Yeah, that was a stupid thing selling.
That was a stupid decision.
Yeah.
That was such a beautiful.
I didn't have cash in my hand. If not, I would have kept it. That was a
Yes.
sick watch.
Especially with that brown strap.
I recently saw a photo of that watch. That was really, really nice
Yeah, it
watch.
was a gorgeous watch.
You sold it to someone here?
No, I think I sold it overseas.
Oh, seriously.
Yeah.
That watch was just.
That was
And
actually
that was a deal also.
yeah, that's like all three of us like if you want to add a segment of watch that we all regret selling.
Yeah.
Sydney bought that watch, sold it to Ali. Ali bought it, sold it to me.
He
All-
put it out of the country.
No, apparently you didn't want it first. Then I.
Yeah.
You didn't want it.
No, he wanted it from the start.
Yeah,
Okay.
something to that.
No, but it wasn't working, and then you fixed it. Then you
got it
came to me,
fixed.
and I bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Then I was like, and then something came up. I'm like, okay, you
Yeah.
can have it.
I also kept it for a good 3 months for myself, and then only later on
That
only.
was a beautiful watch.
Yeah,
That
moved it all.
that was a solid watch, bro.
Yeah.
With that
Alrighty.
brown thing, man.
I
So-
make better straps than that.
Talk. Time's up. So that is the wrap. That is a wrap.
Don't do drugs, guys. Get into leather.
That is a wrap on another successful, I would say, TikTok podcast, episode 6. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you guys made it till the end. like we say like කරන්න share කරන්න subscribe කරන්න යාළුවන්ට කියන්න තව බලන්න watch book එකකට එන්න watch එකක් ගන්න
මේකට ලයික්ස් 1000ක් ආව නම් එක් බාර් එකක් දානවා ඉමාඩ් ඊළඟ පොඩ්කාස්ට්
මොකද දාන්නේ
එක් බාර්
what is that
ඒක අපි එදාට දාව
But I don't know what
What's
that is. What is that?
එක් බාර්
okay before Sydney says something else thank you so much for watching see you in the next episode
See you guys.
cheers
ජය වේවා that was a good ride look एक बार is like a dance you put a dance
I had done now, Gira Achana.